So you understood the significance of building T-shaped skills, right? Building your subject matter expertise on the domain, right? Which will give you the edge. Now, help me understand a couple of things where I would like to ask is, right? What cross-functional team means to you?
Which is capable to deliver the PBIs when the sprint backlog items without depending on the others.
Okay. Um, okay.
Like
Any
anything,
Mhm.
for example, data science projects. It's not only about the data science engineers who is there in our team. It's like ML ops engineer as well who is going to deploy it, and also data engineers, data scientists, and testing team. So all is part of it, and also having a knowledge about each and I mean data science people having a little knowledge about data engineer when they are actually having in the calls. They will be understanding more about different roles, what they are working on, what kind of tools and technologies they are using, about being part of all the sprint plannings and all that is cross functional team.
Very good. Okay. Any other responses, friends?
A team which has all the skill set amongst each other required to build a workable project. So that's a cross-functional team.
Very good. Okay, good. Um, in other words, can I say, yeah, I think Anil, what is he saying in the chat? As per the requirement, not a functional basis, but role or a profile basis, right? Yes, absolutely. You wear different caps depending upon what the need is, correct? So I would say that team who consists of members with diverse skills, right? Who is capable to handle all aspects of a software lifecycle, isn't it? That's what we call that as uh, cross-functional, correct? So this is one type of agile teams. What is the other type of agile team? We call that as self-organized team. And what self-organized team means?
Picking the things which is which is on their own to be implemented it from the backlogs, and there is no need of any person to monitor and then drive all the calls, sync up calls or else retrospectives, and they will also identify on their own about improvement points and then collaboratively taking the decisions as a team.
Very good. Absolutely. And Kanban board is one such, right? I'm one of my favorite agile tool, right? Agile um, practice. And people who follows the Kanban board are effectively the self-organized team, because you know without being instructed, based on your availability, based on your capability, you pick up the task and you assign yourself and drag it along to the completion, correct? So that is another type of uh, agile teams, correct? Now, have you heard of teams who are continual self-reflection, con self-reflected teams? What does that mean?
Reflecting on the changes, adaptability,
Adaptability, exactly.
inspect and then adapt, and
So tell me, when I bring all these cultural aspects together in the form of a team, correct? What comes? What generates out of it?
Called an agile team.
Yes. In other words, a seamless performance is the key, right? To maintain the seamless performance, right? What is the contribution of a Scrum Master in this whole chain?
To catering environment which is required to the team.
Sorry.
To cater the environment, the productive environment which is required for the team to give product.
Exactly. Right? The people cultural aspect. How do you bring your team together? Right? So can you, if I say that a Scrum Master is a leadership role, would you agree or not?
Agree.
Yes.
And that is a people centric who has the capacity to coach the team. So he wears the cap of an agile coach, isn't it? So you basically have that leadership quality to bring together the team and help them sail through whatever the situation is, in whatever capacity. It's not just a person who handles a daily stand-up call, right? Is a way beyond that. In the initial days of agiles, I the funniest thing was, um, when my team, right, when they were all brought up into Scrum, they all thought that the person who handles the daily Scrum, the stand-up call was the Scrum Master. His job is only to right? It was so fun. I mean, that was, I'm talking about 2006-7 time frame, right? Now it is a completely transformed unit, right? Almost everyone. That's why I said even the people who walks out fresh out of the colleges are aware of these agile practices. So they talk more on the role of Scrum Master and product owner and so on. So that we are completely in a transformed world in that, right? So Scrum Master contribution is very critical, and he ensures that the adaptability is a key agile trait, isn't it? So when you find people, uh, you know, showing some negative traits, what do you do?
Can you elaborate your question? Negative trends in where?
Negative traits.
Negative traits.
What is it? Can you repeat?
We didn't get your question exactly. In the people way of behavior, or
Yeah, people have behaviors, not attending scrum calls, things are not moving.
we'll
Right?
coach
How
them
do you do?
separately in one-on-ones and understand their issues or priorities and then situation. So based on that, try to give them a support first, and then try to pull them to the call slowly based on that awareness.
Okay, fair enough. Now, friends, okay. So I'm bringing you all to a stop where I wanted to ask now. What is the connection between agile and creativity? You think, right? All perfect answers, right? I'm supporting you guys in that sense, bringing my experience all together. So, what agile and creativity? In what way is it connected?
When we say we are agile, we are open to adopt the change. We are open to adopt the new applications, new ways of working, and at the same time, based on the market, how we are actually quickly able to deliver it as well, right? At the same time, we have to allow the team to fail it and also learn it and then experiment it. That's the way I think the creativity we have to encourage within the team to do the innovative ideas and then hackathons and different approaches and
Both
see
are,
what can.
I think both are flexible in approach. So
Flexible. See, I'm going to tell you, right? Look at my screen here, right? After that, I'll show you a short video, right? Just like yesterday. You guys have to figure it out, right? Now, this is the connection, right? Creativity basically is an approach to finding a problem, right? That's the whole thing about creativeness. You find new ways to identify the problem. You wear the six thinking hats or whatever you wanted to call, multiple creative practices, right? You are ability to find a problem. Your ability to find something is not working fine, right? That's what we call that as creativity. Agile is the approach to solve that problem, which is like adaptability, right? And changing through the situations, uncertainties. So they both work together. And that's the best way to put it, right? It creates a user-centric environment. We focus on rapid frequent because that's more of a culture driven, right? So you use creativeness to identify the right problems to solve, and then we bring in agile practices to iteratively build solution to solve those problems. Does that make sense? Yep.
Yes.
You are able to get it right. Now, I'm going to show you a video, right? You guys tell me, right? Again, just like yesterday, I'm going to show you one. You please tell me what are all the agile terms, or not necessarily agile terms, project management or any specific terms that you would like to relate it to, right? So here is the video.
Very creative way of finding a problem.
Okay.
Quick productivity and quick money making using the.
No, so they found this problem, right, that people are facing.
So yeah, yeah.
So they are actually very creative.
So creative way to find out a problem.
Yeah.
I agree, but this is a larger, bigger, sense-based message. We are compromising something here.
Safety,
Safety.
safety.
In other words, right? Have you heard where people saying that do not need to test the complete product cycle because we don't have time. They have some new user stories have come into the mix, right? We wanted to take that short route. So what there people see creativity as identifying that problem and tend to break it only to realize that this is going to create far more problems to you guys.
Mm.
Right? The severity defects, more safety issues that comes into the play. It's not about, agilists, people mistakenly think that there's shortcuts, finding ways to do something, break the barrier and tend to do something and go. That's not what it is. When we say creativeness, I'm going to give you a live, real example. Okay? You guys are the um, as when it comes to the scrum masters and everything, you also have a bunch of team reporting to you, right? Or maybe in the future as well, right? Now I'm going to give a scenario where there are two candidates. One was, right, who has been working in the sales logic server ticketing system, right? Her job was daily to monitor tickets. She'd pick up all the issues that comes from sales logics, the server, all issues from that server. Her job is to analyze those and fix it. Perfect, right? And every day she sends a status report saying that, the status, this is done, perfectly done, all good, right? And she has been very consistent, right? Not a day, single day has happened where she has not fixed the issues and then given, right? Now tell me, right? This is one. And she had to take a leave, maternity leave, right? She went, so I had to replace her with another candidate. Now she came in, the new candidate came in, right? She spent 1 week understanding what's happening and everything. The third week onwards, the the issues are not coming out of the server itself, right? The issues were not coming for her to actually solve the tickets, right? Now tell me, whom should I rate more when it comes to appraisals?
Is there anything the second person is fixing it
No,
after
she came,
joining also?
she spent 1.5 weeks of time, almost 10 days, right? Observed the patterns of the tickets,
Okay,
right? Did something,
okay.
fixed it for good.
So second person, we have to, because she's not regularly done her work. She innovatively done her work to see the problem to fix it rather than repeating it multiple times.
Isn't it? This is, my friends, the creativity and problem solving approach I'm talking about. Right? And if you use our AI tool today, right? This was the stage, this was I'm talking in 2016, 17, right? Just the last stage of before I came back. This was the stage that happening. If it was happening today, right? That because she had the natural talent to be creative and able to, find out the fix. In today's world, if you have the creativity, right, you can use the AI tool to figure out the patterns of the tickets that are generated now, the issues that are being generated out of the sales logic server, and ask tools like Julius or your any AI tool. It will help you to identify the pattern and see where the issue is happening, what is contributing, and it will go to the next extent where you can even pass on the code right through which these issues are happening, which program is it running. It will analyze the code and tell you which is the source of that issue. Yes or no? Right? That's the ability of the AI. At that stage, yes, she was naturally gifted, able to figure it out. But today, now, how many of us are naturally gifted? Right? Let's be very honest. Right? I might not be able to solve the way she has done it, absolutely, or many of us might not be able. If you're naturally gifted, that's a different thing. But for us to fill that gap, we at least need to know how to leverage AI to understand what are all the issues. We need to have that intent first of all. That's the whole point which I'm trying to bring. It's not just about the thing. This is all adding up to the team performance plan, which is one of the topic that you guys have in as part of your syllabus also, right? Team performance. Handling the team performance in this AI capacity. This is what we normally do, right? Now, let's shift our focus now. We are gearing up now. We are getting into the next stage where we are going to build a chatbot, right? Now, remember I asked this question yesterday. Why would the managers approaches you? What are all the typical reasons where managers approaches you, right? What are all the responses you gave me?
For status update, for the progress of the sprint.
Status, progress, what's happening, correct? Lot of, standard set of questions, right? Now, my friends, how about it? You are building a chatbot of your own, right? You provide it with all kind of information. Expose that chatbot to your boss and ask all the questions to the chatbot. If it is not answering, you call, right? I mean, that's the next stage of things, isn't it? Even though I gave a very interesting scenario, but that need not be the real one. But I'm just saying, even the customers, right, who wants to understand the status, progress, or anything, they don't need to be disturbed during the late odd hours of the night, right? If they have everything, they can simply check. Now, question here is, friends, what is required, right, for someone to approach you? Number one,
Proper
Knowledge.
question.
knowledge.
Knowledge.
Suresh said that, knowledge, isn't it? Number two,
Attitude. Right attitude.
but
Expertise.
approachability, attitude, perfect. All those are
Okay.
favorable ones. Yeah. Let's put in that action, right? Knowledge, experience, makes it, right? Knowledge and experience. So when we are building a chatbot, what it requires, if at all if at all you need to step away and let the chatbot do the task, what it needs.
It needs the knowledge
Okay.
of the.
How do you define the knowledge in the AI world? right? Everything has to be in the form of data, your company artifacts, your Word documents, PDF document, your subject knowledge, everything written somewhere, connected somewhere. You source it into the knowledge section before you design a chatbot, right? So let's all gear up for our first chatbot, right? Okay, friends, I'll show you the way, and I think one of you can volunteer to screen share because I would like you guys to do that than me. I'll show you the way first. So we log into the site called zapier.com. Okay. And as always, log in with your personal IDs. You will come to a user interface like this. I'll wait for you guys to come and just confirm me on the chat, our chats, okay? That you are here so that I can proceed. Take your time. Yes, Ritika, you reached, okay. Ashish is ready. Ritika, Matt, okay. Just sign in, friends. It's very easy, okay? So this is a no code, right? So you will find it all the more interesting, okay? In that, the first is you create this chatbot on the right. Here you see this chatbot, AI powered chatbot. Okay, you click on that. And you give a name. Okay, you give a name. Now what chatbot it is? Scrum Master chatbot, SM chatbot. You can give your own name with your initial or anything. Let I give my initial as AD, Arun Dibakaran, right? You can give your initial ADSM chatbot, whatever, right? And then you can click on create. Okay. Now comes the part, right? So it will take you to the form like this. And very, very important. These are the few instructions you need to understand it clearly. Yeah. Okay. The chatbot instructions. Friends, you see, this is the syntax that we need to follow for creating our first chatbot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just copy paste and read it in a Word document. Okay, just Word document, plain. You see there are three parameters: objective, style, and other rules. By default, you will have whatever they have given, right? So let's go step by step. Come on. Every time you do, this is step one, right? So step one is you reach here, just tell me step one done. Either you vocally say or chatbot, chat, I'm fine. Because I didn't want to rush it.
God.
Done.
Okay. Now, here you need to be very, very careful, right? You have to specify the role. You are an experienced Scrum Master. Okay. Your objective is to answer questions and provided resources about whatever the company. Right now is simulation. If you're really applying that in the company, you can specify the company name, brief description about the project or whatever, right? So what I'm going to do, I'll first show you. Yeah. I have this data with me. Okay. I'm going to share this with you. I have this huge data, which gives a lot of statistics about or the status about the project. All right. The different components. Is it sprint ready? What are the showstoppers? Right? Delivery bottlenecks. What are the project risks? Comments and everything. Correct? You will find a lot of data, right? Around 100 of data. Now, what I will do, you have to actually come and update this section properly. Okay. So you don't want to type on your own. You can use ChatGPT. Okay. To help, or Copilot or Cloud, whatever. You can help to refine the objective, and you can specify, just like how you said mermaid format. You can say that I'm planning to write a chatbot. I am the Scrum Master. Then give all kind of context to it and say that help me create it in this section. And what type of prompting this is called, friends?
Template based.
Excellent. Template-based template-based prompting. You see that? So it will give you all that entire data. Now this is and provide resources about sprint data, right? You can specify your URL, whatever you want to know, right? Your company URL. Then I'm saying to achieve this, follow the general guidelines, answer the questions. If the question is not clear, right, I'm giving all kind of objectives. And these are standard ones, not affecting. So you can add it, tweak it to the way how you feel is more contextual and relevant. Otherwise, you won't get the results. Okay. So you go back right now. I'm just showing it, right? So I'm just going back, copy pasting it here. I just made few changes. If you feel, use ChatGPT and expand it more, make it more concise. And then greeting. All right. So I'm going to say, I am Arun, the dynamic Scrum Master. Right. This is just for fun, friends. Okay. You can add, right? I'm Arun, the Scrum Master. How can I help you today? Right. And then you can choose the AI model, anything from here. You will have Turbo, Mini, so on. Correct. So I choose the standard 4.0 Mini. And then I save the changes. And then comes the knowledge. Okay. So I have to add all public URLs, everything, right? Anywhere, website, Wikipedia site, whatever you feel like. You can add all the knowledge sources for you, right? For me, it is showing because my license has run out. So for you, you will have an option to add knowledge where you can upload this file, which I'm going to give you, right? For sample, this data, and then you click save, come back to the instructions, all right? And then click share. This becomes your public URL. You can chat with this chatbot after that. You copy, paste, and share it in our Zoom chat so that I know your chatbot is ready to ask. So what all documents you can upload, right? If you want to do a real time, you can upload all PDFs, all kind of knowledges. It will interact, it will assign, it will analyze, and then give you the chat. And the chat will look exactly like this. I'm Arun, the dynamic SM. How can I help you today? And you can ask all kind of questions, right? How is the overall sprint looking like? Is there any quality issue that I need to be aware, right? What is the status of the 3 user stories that came into the that came in from that was accepted in the last 2 weeks? All kind of questions we can start, and it is more. This is laptop as well as mobile. You can chat in the mobile also. In the mobile, it will look like this. So who wants to share and do it? While we all see, I can guide you. Anyone volunteering? Come on, doesn't matter.
Can go ahead.
You are okay? Okay, so let me share and you all can parallelly do and share the final link of the chatbot so that I can also chat with you, right? I would like to chat with all of you guys using your own chatbot. The simplest is what I'm sharing. And here is the chat.
So
Here is
we
the.
have to always give a file to it, or yeah, it says web page. So if I just give them
No, no,
my
no. Web
Scrum
page,
board,
you can, but web page, okay, you're asking in general. That's fine. For testing, that's fine. But here I'm testing the sprint data, right, for the current.
I'm telling in real life scenario.
Yeah, you can give
If
all
I
kind of, yeah, you can give all web pages, links and everything. Okay. So go ahead. Yeah, you are an experienced Scrum Master, right? You can keep it generic. You can remove all the companies and everything, right? Hmm. And see the most important aspect, team, come back to the case study. Sorry, wherever you copy pasted that. 1 minute. Sorry, the Zapier itself.
I lost it. Can you repeat again?
No, come back to the Zapier, the link, the Zapier.
Here. Okay.
I mean the tool which we were using.
Yes.
Hmm. See in the last section. Come scroll down in the yes, in that. No. In that pop-up, yes. Yeah, come to the last part. Other rules. Can you read? See what it says?
For any user question, always query your knowledge source. Even
That's the point. Query, it will check against your knowledge sources first. Then it goes to the LLM. My friends, this is in general the architecture, the technique called RAG, retrieval augmentation generation. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I'm Kartika, Scrum Master. How can I help you? Yeah, add the knowledge now. Go to the knowledge. Did you save it, by the way? I suppose yes.
I haven't added those
Yeah,
here,
that's
all the
fine.
columns
Oh, yeah,
and
you
all.
remove that. You just and questions about, yeah, you can
Just
remove, provide resources.
just a second. Here, resources we have to provide it, right, based on these
Yeah,
columns.
resources.
This is
You don't have to specify resources also,
Okay, that's
unless
okay.
you want to give any specific batch, right? Right now, we'll just remove that.
And questions is enough. Answer the
Uh,
questions.
Questions, correct. Answer the questions.
Okay,
Right.
that's it. I will copy paste now this
Copy
content.
paste that. And that template has to be intact. Yeah, save changes down.
Okay.
And
I've
then
already selected the static and I have
that's
changed
fine.
the name here. And for
Makes
everyone,
sense.
I'm telling.
Wait. Yeah, let it complete. Let it save. So we all can chat with you using your public link, right? So it's done. Okay, go to the knowledge.
Add
Add
your
your
first
first knowledge source,
source file,
file, web page, whatever.
this
Right now it's
file,
file.
local
Where did you copy the?
downloads.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, so this one, when you browse it, it only accepts CSV. If
Oh.
your extension is XLSX, it will not accept that.
Yeah. Change it to CSV.
Yeah, only CSV it will
Yeah,
accept.
just say save it to CSV. Correct.
Yes.
Just save as.
1 second.
So all your project documents can be added as the knowledge source.
When you copy.
Now you can simply open and save as CSV. So you'll anyways get two things.
You have to enable editing.
Okay.
Save as. Yeah. The CSV, whatever. Yes. Done. Now you attach this. Wait, let it upload. And you can add more sources.
Text-based file types up to 2 MB supported.
So how much MB is that when you convert it to the size? Did you check the size?
Mine worked. I don't know.
It worked for you?
Yeah.
So,
No, you did the wrong one. It's the third one in your list that you have to
Okay,
upload.
this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But that is also XLSX. Excel. Some features might be lost. I know. Yes.
make sure you're using the right file then.
Yeah.
No,
Why is it showing error?
2 MB supported.
Try CSV second source.
But then for me, it got uploaded actually.
So sure. Let me see your screen then. Momita, was it?
Mhm.
Just share. Let me see.
Yeah, I have passed that.
Wait. So you uploaded the CSV file, correct? And
Yeah.
did you specify any different format?
No, just CSV.
And so why is it blocking Kartika then?
That's what I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's just
No,
like
don't
they
delete.
have
Don't delete. Now that you have, okay, come
Mhm.
back to the instructions.
Mhm.
You share, click on share on the right side, right? Yes. Now copy that, put it in the chat box. Let's all chat with you, right? A very simple, quick way to chat. Share it with in the Zoom chat.
Yeah, I have on it.
There you go. So now you can go to sleep and we all can chat with Momita, right? So this is a quick chatbot formation step. So link, you can write in your phone. Are you all getting the chatbot?
Yes.
MBSM. I am MB, the dynamic Scrum Master. Okay, good. You're also dynamic, huh? Okay.
From where we can get those chatbot link, like
Sorry.
after linking the file,
What is that?
I just upload the file and after that, like, the option of chatbot link is not visible to me.
Wait, wait. Show me, share your screen. Let me first chat with Momita, right? So I am MB Dynamic Scrum Master. Okay. Um, what is the overall status? Right? You can type now, right? You can ask about all questions about the data in that file, right? Overall status of the sprint.
So will I get to know if I'm,
Yeah.
myself, if I'm just sitting and watching, if someone is messaging me, I'll get to know, right?
In the paid version, you'll get to know.
Now I will not.
In the free version, there are restrictions where you'll get to know
Okay.
all the statistics, how many of them chatted with you, and all those. Now, see,
Mhm.
if I'll let me share the screen which I'm
Yeah,
sharing.
correct.
So I'll show you. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I We have a
Got
metrics
it.
and progress updates as well. When we choose metrics and progress update, it's giving the same response.
Yeah, so because the more you add the knowledge, the more it will respond to us precisely. Right now, it is only purely focusing on one single source. See, this is how I asked, what is the overall status of the sprint, right? So it will give me all this, right? It'll tell me what is on track, unquote, right? Okay. Then you can start asking some specific set of questions, right? Completed sprints. Right? So anything that I need to worry from the upcoming sprint, right? So it will tell concerns from the upcoming screen, right? It will tell, yeah, based on the latest sprint data, there are no significant worries. Okay, so I'm happy then, right? And then it will give you some of the additional pointers also. Smooth execution is anticipated based on the current status.
But the data that we have given, this is what the record ID is what, like a Jira story?
Yes, it can
And
be Jira
okay.
story. Yes, it can be Jira stories. It can be any platforms, right? So as
Mhm.
Kartika said, if you're using Azure DevOps, you can download the.
Yeah, that's what. But then we have to maintain this, right? Because see, if it says
And one more
status,
thing, right? You
uh,
can integrate this with any platform, friends. You need to have the pro
yeah,
version. That's all.
correct.
You
If
you can integrate
because
with Jira.
hmm,
You see the knowledge sources, right? That's the
hmm,
beauty of this chat. Integrate with all. Remember on the left side on the C, on the left side, you can see which all things we can easily integrate it with all kind of um, uh, what do you say, tools, right? So, and you can build that base accordingly, right? So Zapier is one such tool, right? We are just using, just to get the feel of how that tools responded. Did you see? Did we ever thought of creating, a chatbot on our own? We thought it's a huge, humongous exercise, right? Building, we have to write so many code and everything. No, absolutely. It's a no-code platform. All we need to do is understand how to operationally get it effective, run and running, right? Right from the objective, the styles, right? Those are all the things that we need to focus on. It is helping us do all the things according.
Can we have more than one file if we
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
upload the
No,
data?
see, my friend, that's the whole point. We should be having all knowledge repository, right? Yeah, so let me test all of you guys. Ashish, let me chat with you also. Hello, Ashish.
Any kind of generic ones, for example, related to, as we all are participate for the Scrum Master role related, so people will have questions about epics, features, and task related, and how Jira. So those are all the common ones, right? It's not a sensitive data which we are using it. So for that purpose, can we create the chart part and then share it with all the team members? They can use that.
Oh, yeah, yeah, of course. You're talking about internal to your company, right?
And not very specific to the yeah, of course, to use it internally, but
Yeah,
as a
use it,
generic
use it.
topic.
If it's using internally, then absolutely fine. You can integrate with anything in your company.
Without integration also, if we share this link, they can use it
So
with
then
the
you have to manually upload the knowledge sources.
Yeah, we have to extract the data from our ticket managing tool, and then you have to maintain a sheet. You have to have it, generically, you have to mention, you cannot give data. And then if the company allows,
not
to integrate, then only we can do. Otherwise, it's a very
not the
sensitive
ticket level,
information.
not the ticket level. What I mean to say, I'm saying about general terminology explanation. Sometimes we have to explain them about what is epic and then futures and tasks and dependencies, all these things, right? If we have any website related to that, if we can pull the data related to websites, and then we can use it as a generic one for within all the internal teams. Only for agile terminology and Scrum terminology I'm talking about. Because apart
That
Problem
is
from that,
fine.
it
is
is
Yeah,
we
that is
won't,
okay.
but then we won't get to know who is asking these questions. If we want to act upon it and see that why this person is, no, we
That,
won't, we have to
yeah,
pay.
all statistics, that's why. See, this is, you're all into the 15-day trial period, right? And there is when you go for a pro versions, you get all access, how the statistics of how many people chatted with you, we responded, all kind of reports you might get.
Yeah,
And
what
now,
kind of questions we
yeah,
get.
now you see, let me see Manoj's also, right? You have integrated, Manoj, you said with Scrum, correct?
Yeah, Scrum.org.
Okay, I'm chatting with you. See what happens. I just queried Manoj to you saying that help me understand the concept of retrospection. Okay. Um, it gave me, right? It's a looking back, reflecting past events, blah, 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 and so on. And it says, where did it source? It looks like you set up the scrum.org.
can you share your
Yes.
screen, Arjun?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. Right? This is Manoj's. Because he has set it up. And it says if you are exploring more. So I would strongly suggest the purpose of chatbot is for building your knowledge, right? Imagine when people are using your knowledge to chat, nothing, you can give further references. Oh, and this is for testing, it's okay, right? For all kind of testing purposes, these are good. But in reality, we have to mention, right? So let's see. See, it is extracting all this information, right? Similarly, let's see if anyone else has created chatbots. Wait. Hmm. Amit, Amit, what is that you integrated with?
Sorry, I have integrated with that spreadsheet which you had
Oh,
provided and
spreadsheet itself. Okay, okay, spreadsheet, right? Yeah. See how intelligently it is picking up. It says me good night. You can rest easy because there are, see how humanly it is generating the chat. So this is what I said, RAG, right? The whole concept of there is also an AI which is understanding the emotions and everything, correct? There's a complete LLM support, plus the knowledge source that you have in built. I purposefully gave this, right, to tell, so it understands what I mean trying to do, and then it's telling me you can rest easy because there are no showstoppers. What more do you think, want, guys? Right? So who all have created? Yeah, Manoj, I checked. Ritika, did you use the same approach or did you attach it with any other source, Ritika? Anonymous Scrum Master, huh? Okay. Now tell me, Ritika, are you there? Okay. I'm sure she would have attached the knowledge I gave, right? Now tell me, in the knowledge, there is nothing mentioned about Sprint demo. So where is it fetching from?
LLMs. The other.
You see that? That's the whole purpose of the chatbots. Wherever required, it will go and get the remaining from the LLMs. It doesn't have to be explicitly the kind of knowledge that I'm giving. It can also relate, take the knowledge, and then chat it with your LLM. So it is blending the knowledge source as well as the LLM together. So that's about chatbots. Did I miss anyone else's? Yes, Sri Vishnu integrated the Flipkart. Oh, is it? Interesting. Sri Vishnu,
Yes.
if you're integrating with Flipkart, I'm still going to ask you,
Yes.
okay? Any laptop for Scrum Master?
That is specifically for a gaming laptop because it will have more variations to check on.
See what it says, recommended features for a Scrum Master laptop, Intel i5. Yeah, you mentioned explicitly on gaming laptops, right?
Because I've only crawled those web pages and I've given that as knowledge source for the chatbot.
Absolutely. Okay, practice. Okay, friends.
But we need to change the information constantly, here. Because morning it will be something else, naming the data is something else.
Ah, that's the whole
So,
purpose of AI, right? It will be very dynamic.
yeah, so until unless we have the latest data and upload it before going home, there it is not no use.
No, absolutely. It will be very, very dynamic, friends.
Yeah.
Right? So this has to be built. This has to be, continuously practiced with case studies and everything. What is this one, Kartika? You finally were able to make it, huh?
I had used knowledge head link and then make it.
Okay, I don't know why, right? It's weird. The data set. Maybe some restrictions. Are you using an office laptop?
Yes.
Maybe some restrictions then. It might not be allowing you to upload, that could be something. I don't know. I mean, I'm just broadly thinking. Just a conversion of to a CSV and still it should not allow. So everyone were able to create a chatbot, friends. Okay, right. Now we are going to combine the next case study, correct? As we are going to the next advanced stages, we need to have a complete application wise, isn't it? So we start with a typical setup, right? So I would like to combine various aspects and then give you the output. So give me one moment, friends, while I do that, okay? The next topic, okay? So before I give you the holistic case study related stuff, next topic, you're going to guess, okay? I'm not even going to tell. I've covered all key topics. Next, I'm not going to tell what the topic is.
Project.
You guys are going to tell what the topic is by looking at the picture. Okay? And here is the picture. What is the topic?
Key takeaways.
Takeaways, yeah, from the session.
Not
Risk.
takeaways.
Risk.
What topic is
Risk
this going to be?
assessment. Not sure.
Assessment.
I mean, risk, whatever.
Risk.
Break.
Yeah, risk, I think.
Honestly, you should tell me.
Constraint.
You have not looked anywhere else, or you looked.
We look the tigers.
Yeah.
So the topic can be
Risk assessment.
risk management.
Okay.
Right? So you said it right. Right? So risk management is what we will cover a little bit, right? So risk management using generative AI. Right? So let me, one moment. So I mixed the topics in such a way that it is relatable, right? Okay, now when it comes to the risk, Just a moment, friends. Yeah. So what all types of risks have you managed? So let me share it back and I'll put it in the right. Oh, yeah, right. So risk, what are all the, I mean, technically put, what risk means to you?
Anything that, sorry,
Mhm.
is good.
Anything that?
Which hinders the progress of the project.
Perfect, right? Anything uncertain, correct? And any uncertain event that is capable of affecting a project outcome. I call that as a risk, right? And you have what kind of risks in Agile? You guys tell me, what are the different type of risks mentioned in Agile?
Technical risk, business risk,
Technical risk, business risk, or in other
operation,
words, project risk, or third
operational
one is
risk, operational
operational
risk,
risk, or in other words, we call it as a
resource risk,
process risk,
resource
right?
risk.
And comes the resource risk, correct? Now, why risk matters for Scrum Masters?
We have to identify the risk with the help of the team members, and we have to let our all the this management to know that what kind of risk we have, so that to take their support to solve it at least,
Makes sense.
or
So,
for the dependencies of the other teams as well, to aware of the risk which we identified it.
right, and remember we did the SWOT analysis as part of the yesterday's wrapping up, right? So you are now familiar how to perform SWOT analysis, which is one of the techniques to identify the risk associated, correct? And then you perform brainstorming sessions, stakeholder interviews, right? You classify the risk in a what do you say, short term versus long term, right? Where you find what is the impact going to be on the current sprint versus the future project phases, right? You put together all those risks, correct? The next comes is, what is the next thing that we do if I want to, what do you say, prioritizing the risk? How do you prioritize the risk?
Depends upon deliverables which we have usually.
Okay.
Think, based on sprints or based on
Because
deliverables.
typically, Scrum Masters get in touch with product owners to understand their perspective on risk prioritization, right? As well.
See, this is
It's
the activity we will be doing, right? So one, now you see, I need to classify the risks where, I would like to call that as an impact matrix.
Mitigated, owned, accepted.
That is,
Statuses of the risk.
yeah, that is statuses, right? What I'm talking about is I need to prioritize it in a way which risk I should be more focusing on. So I want to create a matrix where I'm going to call it as an impact matrix, where I will say that impact, high, low, and the probability of the risk happening, isn't it? High probability, low probability. Or please make a note of it, friends. If you're not aware, let me show you something around it. So instead of this, that I would like to call that as, so this is what um, I'd like to bring it to you. One moment. We call that as impact probability risk matrix. Um, Yeah, see this? Are you able to see the site?
Yes.
Right, you see this one. Risk impact matrix, we call it as. This is typically the risk impact. How many of you have seen this, friends? You know, since you're all working in Agile, have you all seen this? Any chance? Yes, no?
I haven't we haven't called it like that, but it's for
So it can be.
raising the
So my
it's
point
similar
is,
kind of fun.
yeah, it can be a 3 by 3, right? Like this. You know, you can put 3 or 2 by 2. It can
Three
go
by
in,
three.
yeah, 3 by 3 or 2 by 2. Both are perfectly, because some people only look for high and low probability part, right? They won't look into the third one because I'm not even bothered about low. People say that. But ideally, it is a 3 by 3 matrix where you mentioned the probability on the left column and the impact on the right column. So on the right side, meaning on this direction. So what that means is, and then you put a score, right? What that means is, if the probability of a risk happening is high and the impact is high, that's what high risk to me. Immediate attention. Are able to grasp it? The things which requires immediate attention. And the ones which requires medium, and it'll go on like this. The next I need to focus on is after high, this one, the second one, which is the medium impact, but probability is high. Then I would focus on where the probability is medium, but impact is still high. So these are my 3 red zones. Are you getting it? Something called risk probability matrix. Now, why did I bring this up? Right? We need to build one such matrix. Right? It's called as impact probability risk matrix. Noted? Okay. Any questions so far, friends? When it comes to the risk. Okay, Amit says no. All good. Okay. So we'll do a quick case study here. Okay. So ready, team? This is a breakout room activity. Do you want a quick 10-minute break?
Yeah.
And how